The dock and the U1 is firing up, and they are away from the dock. And Andrew Tate just turned up his engine, and they are away. So you've got 300 lanes making their way over to the oars.
Thank you very much, Paul Newby. We can see them now coming away and coming on over here toward us on the start-finish line. Been a long time coming, but it is here. H1 Unlimited Hydroplane Racing returns to Huntersville, Alabama. 2.5 mile race course. We're going to go 3 times around. We will keep you counting down on the timing to the start. At the 1 minute mark, you expect to see the boats down toward the lower end of the race course, or maybe halfway up the backstretch, maybe going slow. That's where those timing marks will come into play. They have radio spotters here on the beach that will tell the driver where the other drivers are on the race course, so they are not flying blind. First boat over here is Jimmy Shane, driving the Home Street Blue. This Home Street boat is based out of Madison, Indiana. 49 years ago, the Miss Madison raced on this lake. This is the very same racing team on this lake. We have a Miss Madison racing team here. 4:30, coming on 4:30 to our stop. Here comes Jimmy Shane, coming up on when he comes by. He made here, but let everybody know if you're looking for Jimmy Shane. Here he comes. Jimmy Shane, the season about to get underway. Right behind him from Gadsden, Alabama, Charlie Higgins.
Away from the other two, Andrew Tate. You saw Andrew Tate and Jimmy Shane go at it in qualifying yesterday. Well, that was for 100 points. Now it's for 400 points. Radio men are telling Jimmy Shane exactly where Andrew Tate is, and vice versa, and Cal Phipps. Cal is going to be in the mix on this. But now's when we want to start watching our watches a little bit. 3:35.
We're back with the
3:30 until our start.
2 and 217 will be good.
Okay, just keep it at 80. You got to be down the other end at 217.
Cal's entering turn 2 behind you now.
3:20 until the start. Andrew at the bottom end of the race course. Jay Shane at the top end, along with Cal Phipps. I know I refer to him a lot as Calvin. That's just familiarity and knowing him for many, many years. Jimmy Shane, young man out of Havre de Grace, Maryland, now hails from the Pacific Northwest.
Right now, we might be on that GP cut right when we need to be. Looks like Andrew's going to have to go all the way down and around.
Cini, that is Bianca Shane's brother. Here's Calvin. I love the color scheme, that bright orange on the decking right above the
GP turn 2 entrance buoy is 203. We've got 30 seconds to get there.
Andrew has not gone any faster than he's going right now since he came out of the pit area.
Tate entering turn 2. Jimmy's right there in front of you.
So now we'll start to watch how this plays out. 2:20 until the start. Keep an eye on Jimmy Shane. I don't think
Where are they at? Still up the backstretch.
he could conceivably cut the course
Up, picking it up.
and get in front of Andrew. I'm not sure that's what he would want to do. And here he comes.
Jimmy's coming across at you. Jimmy's coming at you.
And say, Andrew, here I am. And you were just kind of milling around by yourself, but now look at Andrew. Now he picks up the speed just a little bit. This is the game of cat and mouse. And he had a legal overlap, so he moved over to the left and made Shane move to the outside of him. Still a long way to go at 1:40. Here comes Cal. He's going to come up on the outside of these two guys.
Entrance to 1 at 124.
All right, inside 120. Good spacing down there on a 2.5 mile course. You do not want to be into that corner at 130. You're going to have a hard time staying above 80 miles an hour in that point of the course. All right, 3 of them are coming up the backstretch. Got to watch Cal, see if he might make a move from the outside. We're coming up on 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 mark, 1 minute. 1 minute to the start. clearly Andrew Tate sitting in lane number 1.
Scrub just a little bit. Make sure you keep the light off.
They square up, but I think Jimmy Shane is sitting in lane number 2. That's going to put Calvin on the outside, coming up 46 seconds until the start. 46 until the start. Tate in 1. Shortest way around the race course, but don't be late. Don't be late, coming up on 30 seconds. 30 seconds to the start. This is where those timing marks now are critical. Remember this morning when the boats crawled up there? This is why they did it. Now they've got their radio men telling them, okay, there's your mark there, hit it, go, bring it down. We're at 16 seconds. It is Tate in 1, Shane in 2, Phipps in 3.
10. Jimmy's on it. Just stay with him, just stay with him.
Clock coming up on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, and I think it's legal. We'll get an official from the officials, but I think it was legal. Shane broke the clock. He got down across the line first, but Tate's on the inside of him with a lot of boat speed. Who's going to come off down there, number 1? It is Home Street Blue on the outside, Jimmy Shane. Now we're going to square it off and run down the backstretch. Tate on the inside, got the shorter way around, but look at Jimmy Shane. He's actually opened up a little bit of water on Andrew, and Cal Phipps is making some noise on the outside in 3rd. Shane, top end of the race course. Now, watch Jimmy Shane. He's going to
Keep after it. You got 3 laps. Keep after it.
Tate in tight to the buoys. But he's
Boat length, let's go, get out of here. Hold them tight.
slides out to 2. There's room in there for Tate. Good legal quarter for Jimmy. And he's going to come down and put 1 in the book. A good start to Heat 1A. Jimmy Shane, Home Street, got about 2/3 of a rooster tail now over Tater on the inside. 3rd place to Cal Phipps in the 27. We go down to the lower corner here on lap 2 of 3 in our Heat 1A, presented by Clay Irrigation and HBT Smokers. Ooh, Tate made up some ground down there in the corner. Tate pulled up a little bit of ground. He was back by 6-7 boat lengths. He got it back to maybe 4 or 5. But there's some shoot speed in that Home Street Blue. He is really running. Shane's got his hands full, and Tate does not want to let him go. I said Tate had put a big bullseye on his back. He wants that national high point. He does not want to give 100 points to him right here. That's the difference between 1st and 2nd, and they are worth fighting for. Look at Shane. Gives him plenty of room. Plenty of room there. He didn't even have to give him that much. But that's Jimmy Shane keeping his boat going. He will come down and complete lap number 2. Looking for a white flag. Still got the green hanging. So you got Shane on the outside, but Tate is making
He's getting light. Just make sure you settle it down before you turn the wheel.
It's going to have to happen down here in this corner.
Light, dig hard, dig hard, dig hard. 2 boat lengths.
This is the final. Oh, and look at Andrew. Now Andrew's back about 2 boat lengths.
He's losing his boat ride. Keep after him.
Got something up your sleeve. Better get it out and go now. Radio guys are telling him Shane is out by about 3 boat lengths. This is going to be close. Andrew does not want to lose this one. He's flying the left sponson a little bit, but still getting the boat back down on the water. The 2 fastest race boats in the world right here. Top end of the course, the 3rd of 3 times around the course. Shane outside, going to hold him tight, leaves him plenty of room. Now it's acceleration to the checkered flag. Going to be Andrew, going to be Jimmy, going to be close, going to be Jimmy Shane is going to bring it down. 1st place, Home Street Bank, right with him.
Checker, great freaking heat, great start, man. You just laced it.
Andrew Tate was a gamer. He did not want to let that one go. Oh my goodness. That was fun. Here comes Cal Phipps. 225 points for a 3rd place finish. A great run.
Design.
Alright, I'm sorry. I'm late here to not give you a good count. I want 3:45 to the start. Let's start this over again. 3:32.
down on the water. You can free it up a little bit. Everything looks fine.
Deep breath there, Harley.
That's going to leave Dustin
Eccles at the top end of the race course. So 310 till our start. Here comes Dustin, qualified at a speed of 140 yesterday. Coming up on 2:45 to the start. 3 drivers out here who all know each other very, very well. Going to be Brian Perkins, going to come down here at 2:30 to the start, driving a U21. Daryl Strong presents Payne West Insurance, but also got Jax on the tail on the outside. Here comes Tom Thompson out of Cambridge, Maryland. Really, really good to see this boat back on the water. I was worried about them. They tested in Tri-Cities 2 weeks ago. They had a vibration problem with the boat, had to abort the test session. The exact same thing happened yesterday during qualifying, and we hope they've got this whole thing figured out. But here comes Tom. Now watch Tom, he's going to stay way wide on the race course. I suspect he's going to go all the way down to the corner because he's at a $1:48 right now. He would like to be behind the entrance pin at the buoy down there by 1:30, and he's going to be fine doing that. Here come the boats up behind him, but Tom may go wide down there. He's there at he's there just about 1:30. But understand, my timing marks are my timing marks. They are not his. And it is a further distance from the entrance pin to that corner than it is on some of our, or from the entrance pin to that corner to the start-finish line, because the start-finish line is so far down the front straightaway. But Tom Thompson has moved himself to the inside lane. 3 seconds, 2, 1, mark, 1 minute. White flag on the race course, so Tom Thompson in the U11. He will lead our field up the backstretch. Down to our start. Seconds. Inside 25 seconds to our Heat 1B of the 2018 Lake Guntersville Hydro Fest. This heat brought to you by the Lake Guntersville Chamber of Commerce. Heat 1B inside 10 seconds, coming up at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, gonna be a legal start. Good start there for Mr. Perkins. He's on the outside. I said you don't want to be late if you're gonna be in lane 1. You can get wet down there. Tom's got to make up a little bit of ground. Hopefully they'll give him enough room through there, and he's gonna come through dry. Tom's gonna be okay on the inside, but he's trailing. Oh! Tom got the boat way.
I don't know, Tommy. Looked like he went through your rooster tail. I hope you didn't squeeze him.
Speed down there, he almost went over. That's about as close as you can put one up in the air and bring it back down and land it. Meanwhile, Mr. Perkins has taken off. He is up the backstretch. He's opened up a lot of water on Dustin Eccles, our second place boat. Good to see Tom back up and running. Now you understand why you do not want to get in the way of somebody's rooster tail. You've got enough lift on that boat without adding somebody's rooster tail. Oops, oops.
Dustin just went dead in the corner. He's way to the outside.
Wow, that does not look good for the 440 up there in Dustin Eccles. I don't know if you were able to pick up that ugly sound when he came off the corner. As bad as it is going for Mr. Thompson and for Dustin Eccles, it is all good for Brian Perkins the young man out of North Bend, Washington. His entire family is here. Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance. So here comes Perkins. He will come down to pick up a white flag as he'll put 2 in the books with 1 to go. Tom Thompson appears everything is going to be okay with him after a wild ride down there in turn 1. You do not want to be late going into turn 1. Tom had the right lane, but he was tardy at the start. He paid a price climbing through the rooster tail. But it looks like Tom's got the boat sorted out, flying it a little bit back and forth, walking on the sponsons. And all he's got to do now is just sort the boat out. There's not going to be a position change here, so Tom is just going to run the boat hard, sort it out, so he can come back and tell his crew and his owner what's good, what's bad, what he wants fixed for the next heat. So this is very important laps, not only the fact that he is going to pick up, by virtue of Dustin Eccles dropping out, he's going to pick up a second place finish, Tom Thompson, and 300 points. But in our Guntersville Lake Chamber of Commerce Heat 1B, it is going to be young Brian Perkins. Couldn't get out on the water yesterday and qualify. He came out and ran this morning. Seems to be running pretty good right now. Brian Perkins, first place finish, 400 points. Walks the sponsons across the start-finish line.
Got all 3 of our boats headed our way. Again, boat number 27, Cal Phipps, got a second place finish in his first heat of the day. That was heat 1A. Boat 21, Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance, another predominantly white boat with a lot of green on the decking. So you've got the Greater Gadsden presents Chase Building Group with Cal Phipps. That's the one from Gadsden, just up the creek here. Cal Phipps behind the wheels. White boat with orange decking toward the front. The 21, Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance with King's Restaurant on the tail fin. Brian Perkins, green decking with the checkered fairings, black and white checkered fairings. And then the 9, Delta Real Track, Andrew Tate. His boat predominantly white with orange and yellow trim. Those are the 3 boats. They are up at the top end of the course. Call them out as they come down. They felt that wind now a little bit, but they really haven't run straight into it because they're coming across here at a bit of an angle. But we're looking at 4 minutes and 20 seconds to the start, 4:20, so still got some time.
He's going to suck it inside of you. He's at the exit pin now. He's coming up on your inside.
Back there with the green on the deck. He comes by, and here comes our other 2 boats. That is going to be Andrew Tate on the inside. Cal Phipps is closest to you with the orange splash on the sponsons there. Phipps, Perkins, Tate. Heat 2B presented by Redstone Federal Credit Union. Again, the madness that we are going through here as we see a boat cut across the race course. That's Cal Phipps. That's why he was slowing down a little bit there with Andrew Tate, who was inside, and he wanted to let Tate go by, and then he can make a left-hand turn. That's a legal move. He can cut from front to back down at the lower end of the race course. He can cut from back to front at the top end of the race course. Coming up on 3:20 until the start. Again, the madness we're doing, and here he comes again. Here comes Cal. He's giving a perfect example of how you can cut this course legally. Back to front, as he's doing right now, up at the top end of the course, and then he can go down the lower end. If he wants to do it again, he can cut the course again. So the madness we're doing in the preliminary heats.
Right now, everybody's coming down. Perkins is at the start-finish line. I would look for him to possibly cut.
Can't win unless you're there. Perkins comes across.
Yep, he's cut. He's cut.
Comes Andrew. Top qualifier, 158 miles an hour. It's 157 and change, but about 58 yesterday.
Cutting right behind Cal. Okay, let me know before you do that.
His first heat of the day. So he's looking good, and he'd like to pick up another 400 points right here. Coming up on 2:20, 2 minutes and 20 seconds to the start. Again, the idea here, put your boat at the start-finish line in clean water. And by that I mean not trailing close to somebody or not having a narrow lane, having some good clean water to run on, and have your boat then.
Andrew is right up alongside you.
The clock ticks to 0. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to the start. Heat 2A. Redstone Federal Credit Union Heat 2A. Well, we got all of our boats up at the top end of the course. I told you we were inside 10 seconds of the start. It looked like we were going to get this party started, but we still got 140. 140 to the start. And they'll come slowly down here. They've all run into that breeze, so they know what to expect. Here comes Calvin. He's going to lead them across. Tate is on the outside right now and not running very hard. I don't think Andrew would cut the course there. No, he's going to go all the way down. 115. 115 to the start. Andrew Tate up to 110. 110 to our start. 1 minute. 1 minute to the start. Now going slowly up the backstretch. Here comes Andrew. Now, where's Andrew going to pick it? All right. There has been a warning issued to the 27. That's the boat that's out front. Remember that other piece to the puzzle? You cannot go below 80 miles an hour. If you do, you get a warning, and you only get one of those. If you get another one, you can get disqualified. So they radioed to him and told him to pick it up again. So all 3 boats are going to go up there. You've got Perkins and Phipps leading the pack. You've got Tate going to be on the outside. This is a little timing march now. Andrew's going to have to do this from the outside lane. Redstone Federal Credit Union Heat 2A. All 3 of our boats come off the corner, and we are 10 seconds away from the start. This is going to be a beauty as we come down with 5, 4, 3, 2. Mark, good look at start. Perkins will take the truck on the inside. Perkins will lead him across the line. In the middle is Cal Phipps, and then on the outside is Andrew Tate. They got to go down there and set up for the corner. Who's going to get down there first? It's going to be Perkins on the inside.
There you go. You're pulling Perkins. Give him a lane. Let's go. Let's roll.
On the inside. And then look at Phipps between boats. Tate on the far outside. Driving a bigger race course. Careful, guys. You're running into that breeze. Be careful. They feel that they got to dial the wing in it. Look at Tate. He's opened up about 4 or 5 boat lengths on Phipps. But Phipps is sitting on the inside of Tate. And then you've got Perkins back there. Drop back about 6 boat lengths behind Phipps. Now Phipps is going to pick up some ground on the inside. There's that short way around the race course. Got to leave room for Perkins. They did. Good looking corner up there from all 3 of our boats. They'll come down and put 1 in the boat. Remember, we go 3 times around this 2.5-mile race course. Andrew Tate will pick up the first lead on the end of lap number 1. Calvin on the inside. Doesn't want to let him go. This is a perfect opportunity for Cal Phipps to measure himself against Andrew Tate. He doesn't have to win this heat. He just wants to make sure he scores good points. But look at Cal hanging right with him as they get to the exit pin. There's your boat from Gadsden, making up ground on Tater. Up the backstretch now. Tate shows some of that shoot speed. Look at him go. Starts to walk away from Phipps. Phipps is able to get through the corner quickly. But then when they start to accelerate off the corner, it is all Andrew Tate. Tate's now got pretty much a rooster tail on Phipps. Probably has enough overlap if he wants, but I don't think he's going to do it. Overlap meaning I think he can go to the inside. Literally, he's not going to do it. There's no reason, although Phipps just went outside of him. Tate left him room on the inside. Coming down to put 2 in the box. That's 2 out of 3. White flag. 1 more to go for Andrew. His radio guy's telling where Phipps is now that he's stepped to the outside, and he doesn't have to worry about him on the inside. Andrew can go through the lower corner any line he wants. Here comes Perkins. He had the great start on the inside, but those other 2 boats moved away from him when they came out of the first turn on lap number 1. It's lap number 3. It's Andrew Tate. He's got to run just a little bit more than a half a lap here, and he'll bring it back. He lifted up the right spots in there a couple of times, keeping on the water. Andrew got a big lead. knows where he stands versus Andrew. And once the shout was over, he let him go, pulled his foot safely encrypted. Here comes Brian Perkins. Daryl Strong presents Painless. Number 21 with the Kings sponsorship on the right fairing. 3 started, 3 finished, and a good heat here in our Redstone Federal Credit Union Heat 2A. Got him up and running now. He is got it, trust me. Meanwhile, Jimmy. Go ahead. Jimmy Shane heads up toward the top end of the course. 3 minutes and 58 seconds. 3:15 until the start. Here comes Tom. He's going to come over. Everything's going to begin for him. Unfortunately, we've only got a couple of votes in this heat. So we certainly do not have quantity. We've got 2 of our very fastest race boats in the world. One can argue maybe this blue one coming down might be as fast as any when it comes to closed course racing. Jimmy's just been taking it pretty easy.
Exit turn 2, you're clear. Clear.
Do that, but he's got plenty of time. He'll do it. We're coming up on 2:30. 2:30 to the start. We can hear those spots and slapping on the water. And he is going to cut the race course. So he jumps over to the backside of the race course, and now when Jimmy Shane comes up the back stretch, his radio man tells him, well, Tom cut the course from front to back. And that's who you see right in front of you. So now let's see what Jay Shane does. There he is on the course. Jimmy, if you really want to get inside, you can cut across here. I think he's got time to time it right, but he's not. He's going to go all the way up to the top end. So we might not find any shenanigans in this one. This might be a case of
Means a rooster tail behind you. 2, you're outside. Pick lane 2, and you're fine. You're 1:40.
When they attempt to try and drive around him on the outside. Here comes Shane on the outside. He is in the blue boat. The yellow and Carnival orange boat belongs to Tom Thompson Reliable. Diamond 2 presents Miss J&D's. Good photo out there of a couple of our brightly colored race boats. It is Heat 2B, sponsored by your local State Farm agent. It is the 2018 Lake Gunnersville Hydrofest and the race for the Southern Cup. Coming up on 1 minute mark in 5 seconds. Mark, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. Exit going to 109, you are 55, looking good on time.
They will come off the backstretch together. They will come off the corner together. They will run down to start finish. And we will be underway in Heat 2B, thanks to your locals.
Yeah, it's probably 20 in your face right now, the wind, so be careful. Coming up on 35.
Thompson and Jimmy Shane. Here's a couple of guys. We talk about everybody. We talk about everybody being here from the Pacific Northwest and the Seattle area, and a lot of the boats and drivers are from there. Not these 2 guys. Jimmy Shane's from Havana Grace, Maryland, and Cambridge, Maryland is where Tom Thompson hails. Coming up on 12 seconds, so these guys are going to be plenty legal. We're inside 10 now. They'll start to run down to the start. We are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, simply a legal start. Tom Thompson's going to break the clock on the inside. Thompson, Diamond boat number 11, Reliable Diamond Tools. And we are racing here in Heat 2B, sponsored by your local State Farm agent, down to turn number 1. 2-boat race, but we got a couple of good ones. Tom Thompson's going to get down there first. Shane's on the outside. Jimmy wants 400 points. There's the blue nose. Now he's right there alongside him. They can look out the windows and see.
One flight.
The backstretch. It is Shane by a boat length. Thompson hanging right with him. Good back to neck side-by-side racing, and now it's Thompson who puts the hammer down as they head up toward the top end of the race course. These guys are set up at the top end. This is where you're going to find out that inside part of the race course really pays big dividends. Tom Thompson, good corner there. Jimmy on the outside. Coming down to put 1 in the books. It is Shane. It is Thompson. It is deck to deck. It is good boat racing here. 1 in the books. 2 to go. Shane piece of steel that hangs into the water, and it helps guide them around the corner. Now they come off the exit pin down there. The inside boat is Tom Thompson. Shane was able to pack a little more boat speed through the corner. He came out with a little bit of a lead, and now he's opened it up to about 2.5 boat lengths. But they are still basically side by side as they go up the backstretch here to the top end of the race course, turn number 2, on lap number 2. They are a lap and a half in, a lap and a half to go at the top end. Shane now out by 3 or 4 boat lengths, but watch Thompson put it right on the buoy roll. Nice corner up there for Tom Thompson, saves a bunch of time. Here comes 2 of the fastest race boats in the world. They're dancing on some pretty rough water here, but it is going to be Jimmy Shane's going to bring him across. What about 2, maybe 3 boat lengths on Thompson? And Shane picked it up and flew the boat a little bit as he came across start finish. Got 1 to go. Down to the lower corner. Shane down there. Oh, no, Thompson got down there first. I thought Shane had opened it up, but Thompson actually got down there first. Now you see Shane on the outside. Thompson gonna pull up right along.
Dead even.
Backstretch they go, about a boat length and a half for Jimmy Shane. This is good boat racing. About 2 boat lengths now for Shane. This is going to be a drag race off the top end of the race course. See if he can come down and pick up those coveted 400 points. You know Shane wants them. He wants them because he got nothing yesterday, or excuse me, he got nothing in the earlier heat today when he had a fuel flow violation. And our results are not good. Look at the corner for Tom Thompson again. Tight on the buoy roll. Shane keeps the RPMs up on the outside. And now it's a drag race to come down here. And it looks like Jimmy Shane will pick up 400 points. Still got
Checker. Good heat.
Here's Tom Thompson on the inside lane. Put on a great run. And that's got to feel pretty good for those guys, too. If you remember or were here yesterday during qualifying, Tom Thompson only got to run 1 lap. And he felt a vibration, he felt a shimmer in the boat, in the drivetrain, so he shut it down rather than incur any additional damage. Then they came out in the first heat today. He rode up the rooster tail of Brian Perkins on the 21. This time they went out there and ran terribly clean. So we've got all 3 of our boats headed our way. Again, boat number 27, Cal Phipps, got a 2nd place finish in his first heat of the day. That was heat 1A. Boat 21, Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance, another predominantly white boat with a lot of green on the deck. Yeah, we got him up and running now. He's got across me. And then we're going to have, all we do is just throw these guys back and forth. But we got to figure it out. 1, 2 rooster tails coming across the lake. I see a 3rd boat spooling up on the other side. We're 2 seconds, 1 second apart. 5 minutes. 5 minutes to the start of Heat 3A, presented by the fine folks at Freedom Marine. We thank them for their participation in the 2018 Lake Huntersville Hydrocrest Race for the Southern Cup.
All right, remember this wind's going to be in your face down the backstretch. Stay with it.
All right, so we got a couple of boats in at the top end of the race course. We'll get them out here. We did this once before. There was a lot of white involved, and there's a lot of white involved now. Tate went to the outside last time and drove around everybody. Let's see.
You have room to come over if you want.
It's going to be Brian Perkins in the 21. Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance. And also Westbound. Andrew Tate, Delta Rio Track U9. Andrew, having a perfect weekend so far. There is the old Grand Salami. Top qualifier, we went over preliminaries and won the final. That's a good weekend for that. And here comes the guy I think might just be playing with everybody here in the pit area. Gadsden, Alabama, the U-27, Cal Phipps, Charlie Wiggins, Bill Wiggins, the owners of the boat. They're very, very smart.
Tate going up the back chute to your left, just exiting the pit turn.
In the Southern Cup in the preliminary heats. They're doing just fine gathering points, thank you. And once you get into the final, you throw the points out the window. It's a winner take all. So 3 minutes, coming up on 3 minutes to the start of our heat. Again, presented by Freedom Cranston presents Chase Building Group. Cal Phipps, Darryl Strong presents Mainwest Insurance. Brian Perkins in the 9, Delta Rail Track. And
Okay, you got one at the start finish line and the other one straight across from them.
2 minutes and 43 seconds, 2:43. Last time it was Perkins.
21's cut, 21's cut. House cut coming at you, he's coming at you, he's coming at you. I got him. If he wants in there, he can have it.
That's Calvin. Calvin's going to come across the race course. Now he's inside Tate. Perkins is up the backstretch. Guys are having a little bit of fun here now. Coming up on 2 minutes and 15 seconds to the start. There goes Cal. Cal's going to jump over to the backstretch. Perkins is just going to troll slowly up toward the
Watch, you probably want to pick it up a little bit. These guys I expect to come through the infield.
We're going to do this with 5 boats out there, and instead of running 3 laps.
Mark, 2 minutes. Perkins is down there full course. You can hurry up, get down here and cut.
See right from where I'm standing, and it's worth fighting for and worth winning. Allen gives it a little squirt as he runs up the backstretch.
Cal's cut, Cal's cut.
He's going to have to cut 2, I think. I don't think Andrew wants to go all the way up the top end. Through 140. Here comes Andrew. He's going to come across too. Look at this, look at this. Oh, he hit him! He hit him!
Oh. Well, there was that. Okay, you got some damage on that right sponson.
Cal's going to move outside, but we definitely had some bumping there, and there's going to be a discussion there about who had right away. Cal was trying to come across and find his way into lane 1, and it got dicey. Oh, there's going to be some discussion going on behind me, and that's a discussion I am going to stay way away from. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. Got the mark. Perkins.
Pinch him, you're in tight. Sucker could have let you slide in there.
So far, this is a rerun. It's the exact same way. We came out here in 2-way. We're looking exactly the same in 3-way. The boats are lined up on the course the same way. I'm wondering, I've got to believe that skin fin took a tear on the
We're going to race.
side of the 27. 33 seconds till the start. Now Tate pulls up with him. He's within a rooster tail and with the top end of the course. Again, bring it down full boat speed. Lots of water room. Make sure you got a clean lane and be here when the clock strikes there. Don't jump it early. Tate's going to be behind the field. Perkins in 1. Phipps 2. Outside Tate 3. Coming up on 10 seconds to the start. Time to put the hammer down and accelerate VR 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. Dead even, and it's Cal Phipps.
Take you a nice turn here.
Staying back about 3 or 4 boat lengths was Andrew Tate. Now they fly down into turn number 1 at the north end of the race course. Who's going to turn first? Going to be
There you go.
Phipps is gonna
There you go. Perkins just hit a buoy.
He's got the lead coming out. You can see Andrew on the outside. There he is.
Yep, Cal infringed on his lane for sure. He hooked.
On the outside, and he drove around Cal just like he did last time. Now we'll see if Cal will run against him. See if he can run him down a little bit here. Again, I still think Cal hasn't shown everything he's gotten, but this is an opportunity to run with Andrew and see what he's got. Top end of the race course here on lap number 1. Tate running a wide course out in lane number 3. Probably going to take it out to the
27, 1 minute penalty for jumping the gun.
There's lots of discussion going on behind me. We'll stay out of it and call him out of order. Andrew Tate's going to
Okay, they both have penalties. They both have penalties, so just stay out of trouble.
one in the books with 2 to go. Andrew Tate having everything his way so far at the 2018 Hydrofest in the Southern Cup. I'm sure some of you are putting the glasses on Cal Phipps when he comes by. I don't know if there's damage there, but there could be some damage here also to the underside.
He hit pretty hard. I'm just going to kind of cruise around. I don't know what we got on that side.
Closed up a little bit down there again. They come off the exit pin. Now this is where Andrew has been able to walk away. Dial a little wing into it, young man. Keep that nose down. Don't let it start flying on you. He's got about 6, maybe 7 boat lengths as they head up to the top end of the race course. He seems to
Hey, he's still about 3/4 of rooster tail, but he does have a penalty. He has a penalty. Run 4. Nice easy boat ride. I'll leave him lots of room if he wants it.
seems to be quicker out of Andrew Tate. We are on lap number 2 of 3. Andrew Tate swings it out to about lane number 4. Tate on the outside, Phipps on the inside. Phipps is definitely closer to him this time. Still a lot of talk going on behind me, but we will talk. We'll call him as the line in the water. Andrew Tate, 2 up, 2 down, 1 to go. Cal Phipps on the inside. Cal's running closer to him this time than he did in 2A. Freedom Marine, our sponsor, we thank them for their participation in bringing us this heat. It is Heat 2A, and now we're almost dead even as they come to the exit pin. Cal's pulled up alongside Andrew to the exit pin. It is Calvin, and now there's an acceleration out of Tate, but he's not moving away very far. I told you, I think that 27's got more beams than we've shown. Up the backstretch is a boat length, maybe a boat length and a half, and it's Tate on the outside. Calvin has got the inside track, the shorter distance around. Let's see how they come out of this corner. The only way you can see up there from our angle is Cal Phipps in the 27. There is a boat length between the two. This is for the checkered flag off the exit pin. Tate on the outside. Calvin, what do you got? You gonna run him down here? Tate, you want 400 points. You better find a little extra beads. He's got it. Andrew Tate is gonna claim Heat 3A. Tate with a victory. Charlie and Milt Wiggins, your boat drove gorgeous. The boat is fast. We're gonna have to go back and look at that incident before the start. But oh, Calvin, that was a good final lap. I don't know if you snuck up on him a little bit on Andrew. I can tell you when the radio guys are standing up here, it's tough for them to see all the way down in that lower corner. It's tough for me to see down there, and I don't know if they were able to give Andrew the heads up that, hey, Calvin didn't want to go away. So a very good heat. Here comes Brian Perkins in the 21. Darryl Strong presents Payrust Insurance. And that is our Heat 3A presented by Freedom Marine. It was a good one. And on the water, it was claimed by Andrew Tate. And one would assume the incident that we saw at the beginning, Andrew Tate and the Delta Real Track guys were nowhere near the scene of whatever occurred. So Andrew's probably pretty good. Yeah, we got him up and running now. He is good. Trust me. Meanwhile, Jimmy. Go ahead. Jimmy Shanahan's up toward the top of the first 3 minutes and 58 seconds. 3:15 until the start. Here comes Tom. He's going to come over. Everything's going to be good for him. Unfortunately, we've only got a couple of votes in this heat. And then we're going to have, all we do is just throw these guys back and forth.
4:10 to the start. Of our Heat 3B is presented by Fine Folks Citizens of Package Trust. Had a tough weekend with fuel control issues, but they apparently got them ironed out last night. So everything seems to be working well. It was good legal last time. He'll take it. He'll also take another 400 points if he can, but Tom Thompson may have something else to say about it. When we started this weekend, and we started this season with A1, and this is the lid lifter, if you will. This is race number 1, as it historically was back in the 1960s. During the 5 races that were here in Guntersville, it was always the opening race of the season. Same thing here, so everybody came in with a clean slate. And I said these guys in the yellow and carnival orange were going to be somebody that H1 competition is going to have to deal with before the year is over. I still stand by it. I don't know if they're ready to pull off this weekend. We're going to talk about how you follow the sport later on in the weekend, later on in the day here. But right now, there is a player. It's a fast boat. There's a great line trust behind the 11. And same, like he said, for Tom Thompson. Unfortunately, Justin Eccles, they had to withdraw earlier. So it's going to be another 2 vote on here. We're going to watch 2 minutes, 8 seconds. I think Jimmy.
Plenty good on time. Tommy could cut behind you. I don't think he's going to.
Watch Tom Thompson come across. Come on, Tom. All right. Maybe not. Both going to go all the way to the top end of the race course. I thought maybe Tom would cut across here and then pull his foot out of it, but he'll be able to catch up here without any trouble. But it looks like unless Jimmy wants to be really, really nice and leave the door wide open, looks like Tom's going to come down here on the inside. Maybe what Jimmy always says outside Saturday says he ain't going to take it. At 1 minute and 18 seconds to the start. So these guys are going to put their foot in it here, coming off the backstretch because time's running out. We're at about 10 until the start. And they are down at the lower corner all the way down there. And we are 3 seconds to 1 mark. 1 minute. Got a white flag on the race course, 56 seconds until the start. So we got the same two boats we had in 2B, but this time we've got them in a different order on the water. This time Shane has moved over to lane number 1. Tom Thompson is going to try and run him down on the outside. That is a tall order against Mr. Shane and Miss Homestreet. We'll see if he's able to pull it off. Again, we want to thank the fine folks at Citizens Bank and Trust. Citizens Bank and Trust here in Gunnersville. The fine people who are sponsoring and stepping up to be a part of this event and sponsoring our Heat 3B. Citizens Bank and Trust, thank you very much. Coming up on 15 seconds at the top end of the race course. Timing's going to look pretty good as long as you want to put your foot in it now and you're going down. Got two boats, but we got two of the best drivers on the planet. Tom Thompson's going to be on the outside, and Shane's on the inside. We are 3 seconds. 2, 1. But he was just rocking it back and forth. Gotta settle it down before he tries to turn that thing left, or he'll lose it in a hurry. Shane's down there for the Tom is right with him. You can see that skid pin wall of water just outside of him. Come on, Tommy, stick your nose out there. There, it looks like there's one boat there. There is two. Tom Thompson's right with him. U11, right outside. Shane, right in the whole straight back. Right off the back stretch here. It's beautiful. 2.5-mile race course on Lake Gunnersville. It's the 2018 race for the Southern Cup. This is your last opportunity to earn points in the preliminary heats. Look for Tom. There he is on the outside, Thompson. He's able to keep the RPM up and then run a little bit harder in the corner. Jimmy's got to stop off a little bit of speed. This is tight out of the way now. You can see Thompson flies up and get Mark Evans likes to call that dancing with the devil. You don't want to get it too high, Tom. It's a preliminary. You're not going to win anything right here except 400 points and the knowledge of knowing you were able to run side by side with Jay Shane. Jimmy comes off the exit pin. We are on lap number 2, and it's a barn burner here. The guys are doing really well. We may not have a lot of H1 eliminates here, but what we've got is some great rock. These guys are fast. And believe me, over there in the pit area, and Ryan Perkins and Gary Brooks, they are watching what is going on out here on the race course because they're all going to square off here in a very short period of time for the Southern Cup. But right now, it's Citizens Bank and Trust, Heat 3B. We still got 2 rows tied together. Come on, Tom, let it down. Coming out here, what's going on?
Right with you, watch light. White flag up.
I can tell you those 2 guys behind the wheel are grinning from ear to ear. They love this stuff. They can't get enough of it. Nothing like blowing into a corner at a $185 with wind. That's what these guys are doing. Now Shane's opened up a little bit of water this time. He's got maybe 5 boat lengths on Tommy. See if Tommy's got some acceleration. Now Shane starts to open it up a little bit. But Thompson does not want to let him go. He's going to have to run him down at the top end of the race car. Shane was able to get off the exit before acceleration. Tom is running into that wind. He's rocking it going down when I can only imagine what it looks like going into the wind. Up at the top end, Shane hangs it on the hook. That's that big wall of water off the skid pin. On the left side, trailing edge of Wisconsin. Shane right on the buoy rope. Thompson slides it out to about lane 3. Here we come. Checker flag. Shane. Thompson. Chase Citizens Bank and Trust in Guntersville, thank you. That was a very good heat of competition. Once again, Jimmy Shane, he's had a weekend that's been tough, but it turned on the last heat. They were able to pick up the 400 points. More importantly, they were able to keep them.
Today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today is the day I hope you will donate to support our movement, because the truth is, time is running out. We're in the final lap of this race, and Election Day will be here before you and I know it. So I need you to act now so your donation can have the greatest impact. The stakes in this election could not be higher, and we cannot throw up our hands when we must roll up our sleeves. Let's get to work.
And then we're going to have, all we do is just throw these guys back and forth. But we got to figure it out. 1, 2 rooster tails coming across the lake. I see a third boat spooling up on the other side. We're 2 seconds, 1 second apart. 5 minutes. 5 minutes to the start of Heat 3A, presented by the fine folks at Freedom Marine. We thank them for their participation in the 2018 Lake Guntersville HydroCrest Race for the Southern Cup.
All right, remember this wind's going to be in your face down the backstretch. Stay with it.
Well, let's buckle up. Here we go, Guntersville. Time to bring out the big trophy. We say all the time, we're not bringing out the big trophy until late Sunday afternoon. Guess what? It's late Sunday afternoon. Mayor's over there. She's ready to hand it out to somebody. $8 is right there, ready to go. 5:50 until the start. 5 minutes and 50 seconds.
And they are pulling away from the docks. You've got the 21, the 1, and the 11. You've got all 4 boats. They're headed your way, Brad.
All right, thank you, Paul Doogie. Here we go. We've seen some cutting across the race course. We've seen some activity during the milling period. I fully suspect you're going to see a lot more of it now. Because this time, there's more boats. The big trophy's on the line. Time to go racing. And I got definitely 4 rooster tails. But I'm not going to try and pick them out of that late afternoon sun on what is a gorgeous setting here on Lake Guntersville in Guntersville, Alabama. That's Jimmy Shane. I can see the powder blue. So we've lost the local favorite here, but maybe when the boats come by, if it's your favorite one, maybe put your hands in the air and clap for them. Let's see who Guntersville wants to win the inaugural race for the Southern Cup. See that? I thought that was Jay Shane, and it's not Jay Shane. That is Brian Perkins, driving the 21. Perkins, the young man out of North Bend, Washington. Here comes Jimmy.
He may be pulling right up alongside you. You can cat and mouse him right here if you want. He's going fast behind you.
Here comes Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate, our top qualifier at 158 miles an hour. He's had a perfect weekend. Top qualifier, 3 heat wins. Tom Thompson out of Cambridge, Maryland. Driving for Scotch.
How fast is he going, Nick?
He's 1 tail behind you. He's up a little, 1 tail behind you. He might try and shake you and speed up though.
3:55 to our
Just give me boat length.
Jimmy Shane. Now Jimmy Shane's coming up with some authority. Is that Tate on the outside of him? Watch for a little game of cat and mouse. That is Andrew Tate right outside Jimmy Shane. Keep an eye on those two. You got Perkins at the top end of the race course. You've got Thompson at the bottom end of the race course. And just see if maybe Andrew doesn't want to come across here and therefore take an inside position on Shane. Nope, they're both going to go all the way up. 3:25, still around.
Why don't you just keep going slow and come down here and go through the infield like we normally do. It's going to put you pretty close to where you want to be. These guys will have to go around again.
Look at Jay Shane put that thing right in lane 1. Jimmy Shane. And now he's going to come down here. His radio guy down here is saying right in your right side rear view mirror, that is Andrew Tate.
Attaboy. boat come across the race course there. That was Tom Thompson. So it's Shane, Tate, and Thompson all going down to the lower corner. Up the backstretch, all by himself, Brian Perkins. 2 minutes and 45 seconds, 2:45 to the start. It's the 2018 Lake Guntersville Hydrofest. It is the race for the Southern Cup, and it is the final heat. All right, so here comes Perkins. He's going to come across the race course here at 2:30. He'll come across. He'll head down to the lower end of the race course. Still going to have to scruff off a little time.
Andrew's going to try and cut underneath as you go down into the corner. You might want to go deep and cut.
Go all the way up there. How about Jay Shane? He's going to do it too.
Andrew's way back. He's trying to slow and cut.
Now Jimmy's in the corner. One more buoy to go.
Let's just keep an eye on him. Would he cut now?
I'm gonna let him go.
158. Let's go. Pick it up. We got to block Andrew here. He's going to try and cut.
Have Shane there. He might cut now, but if he does, he'll come in behind Jimmy. That's what he's going to do. Watch Tate. He's coming across the race course right now, and Shane's going to be in front of him. So Tate is going to pull in behind, and now here comes Perkins. He's going to come across the course. 1:35 until our start. They're in good position on the race course, and right now, well, let's see who's who and who's where. Looks like Tom Thompson is sitting in lane number 1. Then it looks like Shane is in 2, Tate is in 3, and on the outside going down the front straightaway is Brian Perkins. 1:15 until the start. 1:15, remember, we go 5 times around this time. All right, they come off the corner. Tom Thompson still sitting in lane number 1, coming up on the 1 minute mark. 1 minute, 1 minute. Tough to see from here, but I think we've got it right. I think it is Tom Thompson in 1, it is Jimmy Shane in 2, it is Andrew Tate.
Be tight. I think Andrew's looking for a lane. Be tight. Stay real tight.
That boat that's out front now is the 21 with Brian Perkins, and the last boat going up there is Andrew Tate. 35 seconds till the start. It's going to be interesting to see where Tate winds up in his start sequence. He was in lane 3, but I'm not sure if Perkins moved over on him. We'll call him as they come out of the sun. Still 20 seconds until the start. There's Thompson in 1. There is Shane. Is that Shane in 2? It's Shane in 2. It's Tate in 3. It's Perkins in 4. We are 10 seconds until the start. Gotta have the timing marks. 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Mark. And it's going to be Brian Perkins who's going to bring him across. Perkins is going to bring him across. It was Tom Thompson on the inside, but he trailed the field to the corner. Inside position belongs to Tate.
Fight him. Let's go. Get out of there. You got this. Watch your light.
There he is, Jimmy Shane. And you can see off to the right side of him there, you got Andrew Tate with him. You can't see him, but he is there. There are 2 boats out front.
Give him a little check here. Let's go. 2 boat lengths. Fight him. Fight him.
5 times around this 2.5-mile race course. Jimmy Shane, great boat ride. You haven't seen Andrew Tate.
21, jump the gun. 21, jump the gun.
He is right there with Jimmy. There he is.
Get even. Let's go. Fight him. Watch light.
Outside of it. Here we go. This is
The light, keep it on the water.
time to decide a winner. They'll come down and put the first of 5. Tate, Shane, get even.
Stay on him. Stay with him. You got him.
Leave him 1 lane in there.
They are dead even to the lower corner. Perkins is now trailing Tom Thompson. Now down to the lower end of the race course on the second of 5 times around. And there is Andrew. Andrew's now got a boat length as they come off the exit pin. He is driven around Jimmy Shane. Now Shane's got to try and run him down on the inside, but there's a lot of speed in that Delta Real Track U9. Jeff Campbell's got a rocket ship going right there. This upper corner is going to be really interesting. Now remember, Tate does not have enough lead on him to move to the inside lane and chop off Jimmy. He's got to give him a lane. Make sure there's space. Plenty of
Tighten it up a little bit. 1 lane.
We're going to go down to put lap number 2 in the books. It is Andrew Tate. Coming from the outside. Got a lot of air underneath that race boat. He is really moving. And Shane is right there on the end.
Down before you turn the wheel. Settle it down before you turn the wheel.
Down. He's got to make sure he sets that sponson on the water before they get to the turn. Tate down there first. Shane with him. But it's about a 3-boat length lead right now for Andrew Tate. Thompson is now in third place. Brian Perkins is running in 4. We are 2.5 laps in. 2.5 laps to go up the backstretch. Andrew Tate. I wouldn't have thought he would have been able to drive around Jimmy Shane, but so far he's been able to do it. Shane will still be able to run on the inside, and Tate's got to give him a lane. He gave him plenty of lane space last time. They'll come off the corner this time and come down and put 3 in the books, and oh, Shane really took a hop. Shane took a big hop there. You saw the boat come out of the water. The skid fin just about came unhooked. Andrew Tate, he's building on it a little bit, but here comes Tate. 3 up, 3 down, 2 to go. These guys are going to go at it all summer long. This is what their summer weekends look like. Lap number 4. Look at Shane, hang right with him. Home Street Bank on the inside.
You're gaining on him. Let's go, buddy. Run him down.
Now look at, oh, Shane's getting some air into the boat. Got to be careful. He puts too much air in there and have to pull his foot, and then he'll find out Tater is gone. They are running into a pretty stiff breeze up there right now, but Tate has...
Coming hard. Keep after it. Keep after it. The 1 lane. Coming hard.
We're going to come down here and complete lap number...
Let's go. Get through here. You're going to get him right now. Let's go.
Closes up a little bit there on the inside. Got to leave him room, Andrew. Certainly does. Certainly does. Andrew said if he hooked up with him, he'd be sure and leave him enough room. He did. White flag flies. 1 to go in the Southern Cup. It is Andrew Tate. He's led it from the completion of lap number 1. All right, this is going to be a heck of a corner and a run down the backstretch. I know we got boats on the course in other places, but watch this. If Shane is going to pull this off, he's got to do it now. And he pulled up to within 2 boat lengths. This is as good as it gets in H1 Unlimited Racing. You got Tate on the outside, Shane on the inside. Now it's pure acceleration off the corner. Tate seems to have it. Tate opens up about 3 or 4 boat lengths on him. This upper corner is going to determine the final winner of the Southern Cup here on Lake Guntersville. It is Andrew Tate out by about 4 or 5 boat lengths. Shane's got to have a good corner up here. Inside lane's got to pay some dividends, right? Look at Shane pull up with him. They're going to come off about a boat length or 2 between the 2. Here is the race for the 2018 Southern Cup.
Come on. Fly it. You got him. Fight, baby. Fight.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
It is going to be Andrew Tate.
Okay, good job, good job.
Checkered flag. Checkered flag. Checkered flag. Great. Dude. Center boat length. Good job.
Jimmy Shane. Wow. I have been watching Unlimited Racing for over 60 years. That is right there with the very best of them. Oh my goodness. That was something special. Jeff Campbell, congratulations. What a run. Tom Thompson comes by. He will take 3rd place.
Jimmy, we didn't win that, and I think that's the best I've ever seen you drive, so good job.
Thanks, buddy. I think we're a little down on power too, but great job. Turn 1, anything? No calls. How about it, Tim? Turn 2? Race. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, everybody. Wow, what a race.
Oregon Avenue, Pasco, SkylineMachinery.com.
I've always wanted to do an excavator. Have you ever done one of those?
Nope.
It looks fun. But it also looks like if you go in the wrong spot, you're in big trouble. What do you mean I wasn't supposed to take that down? You know, that's a manly thing. To be able to be behind an excavator controls, that's a bucket list thing for me. I'm going to have to, again, give me a copy of the book, Mike. I got some stuff to do once boat race weekend is over. I got to visit these clients. This is talking to me here.
And no. You know, all you need, Kurt, is a phone.
I got to ask. Okay.
Because you can call a professional.
Lord knows I could use that help. Well done, sir.
Also, thanks to Columbia Basin Paper and Supply, delivering your janitorial supply closet. They'll fill it up for you. That's all you need is a phone. 509-547-3141 for your paper and janitorial supply needs. Or you can stop by and visit the friendly experts at 515 West Columbia Street, Pasco. Washington Hardware, downtown Kennewick, welcoming race fans as the Hydros return to the Columbia. For decades, they've helped Tri-Cityans build their lives. New hours, Monday through Friday, 8:30 till noon. They have a great selection of barbecues down there, too. That's where we got our Weber. It's assembled, and they brought it to the house.
Assembled and delivered?
Yes, also thanks to Warner RV. They're at the Auto Lot off 395 in Southridge since 1995 with new Keystone Outback and Keystone Hideouts in stock. Great reviews, great selection, great people, too, and they have great service. Bill has mobile service that can come to you so you don't have to hook up your trailer and tow it down. They'll come fix it right where you're at.
That is service personified. I love it.
Also, new financing options with extended terms to lower your payments. It's Warner RV.
You know what you don't see much anymore?
WarnerRV.fun is the website.
That's an interesting domain deal. No, I'm just thinking about all the clients and all of the local dollars that are poured into this event, the sponsors, the volunteers. It's amazing. No matter what the volunteer has volunteered for, they're the best volunteer that they can be. Whether it's the rescue sleds, where it's the people manning, the hospitality tents, making sure people's wristbands are. Everybody has got a job, and everybody does their job so very well. There's a reason why this race course wins year in and year out best in show, so to speak, because we know how to take care of business. Even when something goes south, then we're good.
Guys, just to give you a heads up where we are on our countdown for our Heat 1B, we are at 6 minutes and 35 seconds, 6:35 to the start of Heat 1B.
And no word on anything medical or anything else down in the pits, Brad?
No, I am monitoring with H1 personnel and our crisis response team. As I said earlier, there is a protocol. I will get information immediately when it is A, official, and B, available. So I'm monitoring it. Not right now because we've got boats coming on the water, but I'm staying in touch with folks.
1 to the 5. 1 to the 5. We have the 1 to the 5.
Any word on whether Heat 1A will be rerun today, or are they going to push that back to tomorrow? Anybody got a word on that?
Not yet from my end.
Well, you'll probably be the first to know, and I'm sure you'll let us know.
I will. As
Again,
soon as I
setting
know
up
something, I'm sure H1 officials will sit with Water Follies officials, and they will figure that part out. Go ahead, Michael.
Yes, again, setting up Heat 1B from Par Lumber. 12, Graham Trucking, Bobby King. 11, Miss Mercury's Coffee, Jamie Nilsson. The 35, Batana Homes with Gunnar O'Farrell. And the 91, Andrew Tate. Miss Goodman, real estate, part of the Miss Madison racing team. And we should be very close to the hydroplanes leaving the dock.
Looks like a lot of the fans are hanging in on the Pasco side. Same here on the Kennewick side. They're going to get their fill of racing.
And they are away from the dock.
Looks like Andrew Tate's going to kick out with the most momentum and come away first. Going to come with Bobby King, though, right alongside. They're coming right to you, AJ, and as I say that, it looks like Bobby King gives it a squirt. He and Andrew are coming pretty hard, bringing Jamie Nielsen with them.
Yeah, it looks like they're fighting for position. King really came off this corner fast. He's really looking to try and go it over and take lane 1, but Andrew's staying right in there. He can't get quite over. And inside.
Yeah, this is part of your start procedure right here. These guys are jockeying for position here. Clearly, Bobby King came out of there with an intention of moving over in front of Andrew, and Andrew is not going to let that happen. The two of them ran hard down the backstretch, and we're still coming up, well, just now on 4 minutes. 4 minutes to the start, guys.
Yes, and Andrew Tate was coming through at a pretty good clip around that top end turn and really had to back out of the throttle as he was swinging out a little bit wide. And right there was the 12 Graham Trucking with King, and that was a little bit of a close call. All right, we're going to go to the Dryer on Fire DMZ. Mercury's Coffee with Jamie Nielsen goes front to back. Will Boitano Holmes follow with O'Farrell? No.
With the way that Nielsen has been starting races, I'd be on his outside. I'd be following what he's doing. He's had good timing marks all season. We just got to get him a little faster in the straightaway so we can get that win.
Yeah, well, he can move over on Andrew now if he wants. He can move to the inside. He's clearly got 5 volt lengths on him, so he got what he wanted. Now we start watching the clock here for a minute 15 seconds. We're inside 3 minutes.
Seems like so long ago, but the start of Heat 1A, a couple of drivers timed the marks really, really good. Got to the start-finish line within a half a boat length of each other right as the clock went down to 0. So that first timed start in Heat 1A was outstanding for at least a couple of the boats. We'll see if their marks and their calculus fits in this run in Heat 1B. Down at Tire Factory, turn number 2. And AJ with Mercury's Coffee, Jamie Nielsen right at you.
Nielsen and King. Nielsen on the inside, King on the outside. They're just cruising, getting their positions. Watching Andrew come up behind lane 3, and then, of course, Gunnar O'Farrell. He's really got some speed. He may try and pass. Yeah, well, no, he slowed down. He's going to sit right next to Andrew and just kind of cruise down the backstretch. Must not have enough time to try and get out in front of him.
Well, and then you've got the traffic up in front, too. So,
your 2 lead boats are going to go up to the top end of the race course and they can go slow up there. They're below 80 miles an hour right now. Again, that's legal. They're just going to come down. We're at $140 right now, $144, and they've got to be behind start-finish line at 115, Mike.
So lane 1, Nielsen, lane 2, King, lane 3 is going to be Tate, and then on the outside, O'Farrell. 125. So still a little bit of time to work around the exit pin of our turn number. There's the 115. Everybody's legal. So there's your score up. Everybody's just fine. Now watch, is Andrew Tate going to try to jump over? Looks like lane 1. Bobby King may have tried to move into lane 1. Not quite sure until they get around the backside and start getting together for our start here at 55 seconds.
It was King who got King got passed by Andrew Tate coming down the front straightaway. So Andrew can move into 2 if he wants. I think that's what he's going to do right in front of you, AJ. Yeah. I think it's going to be King moving into 3.
Yeah, we got Nielsen in 1, Andrew in 2, King in 3, and then Gunnar O'Farrell in 4 on the outside. They're both all 4 just cruising down
30
the backstretch right now. They should hit it about now. They're a ways out.
Jamie Nielsen in lane number 1. 20 seconds. Yeah, they better start walking on it now if they want to get it. Tate in 2. Here it comes. King in 3. O'Farrell in 4 as they come into all doors turn number 3. This will easily be a clean start. Wow, going out wide. That was really close between King and O'Farrell on the outside in 3 and 4. It is a clean start, and Nielsen is going to lead. Watch out for Tate, though, in lane number 2 as they start heading down into DQ turn number 1.
Yeah, it is Jamie Nielsen, Mercury's Coffee, going to get down here first. He's bringing Andrew Tate with him. Tate's got a lot of boat speed, AJ.
Nielsen bouncing on the inside. Tate's catching him on the outside. Watch for him to catch him. He's got a lot of boat speed coming off the exit pin at turn 2.
Nielsen able to hold him up, but not for long. There comes Tate on the outside. Tate with a half a boat lead, now a full boat lead as they get up to the top end of the course and into All Doors turn number 3. Nielsen's on the inside, holding the buoy line. Tate slides out a little bit farther at the exit pin. Tate is going to take the lead coming down the front stretch after the completion of lap number 1. They are deck to deck heading into turn number 1.
Guys coming down here, they are dead even. If Tate's got a lead, he's got only a boat length. But it is Tate on the outside. It's Nielsen with lane position on the inside, AJ.
Nielsen is hanging with the national points leader, the Goodman Real Estate. Andrew Tate on the outside with just a slight lead. Nielsen hanging with him, and we got a good battle for third and fourth. We got Gunnar O'Farrell just ahead of Bobby King on the outside, but King's got the inside lane. We'll see what happens as they come around turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, it says Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. It's Tate with the lead now. He took it up the back stretch by a half a rooster tail, starting to pull away as they get to the Mosteller start-finish line. It is almost a rooster tail lead for Tate. Nielsen's trying to cut into that lead as they come down the front stretch. White flag.
Coming down here on the white flag lap last time around for Andrew Tate. He's driving Nielsen clean, giving him plenty of room. He's just looking for clean water now, AJ.
Tate, it's going to be hard to stop him. A lot of speed coming off turn 2, but Nielsen's got the inside. If he's going to put it up, he's got to put it up now. See if he can catch Tate on the inside. Gunnar O'Farrell just ahead of Bobby King as they cross turn 2 up the backstretch.
Yeah, watch that race for third place as they come up the back stretch. King on the inside, O'Farrell on the outside. Race leader, top of the course, Andrew Tate, 91, Goodman's Real Estate. Miss Madison Racing Team across the start-finish line with a checkered flag, and a second place goes to Nielsen, Mercury's Coffee. Now the battle for third. Off the exit pin, turn number 4, it's dead even. O'Farrell on the outside is going to edge Bobby King. Gunnar O'Farrell takes third.
That's boat racing, ladies and gentlemen. What a race. What a race.
That was a good one.
With Tate holding that boat speed on the outside, that's almost like something to the field, like, hey, watch me win a race from one of the outside lanes. He could have, over the course of the race, segued back into lane number 1, but he was riding fine on the outside parts of the water, finding the clean water out there and carrying his boat speed all throughout the course, never slid over. So that's something to remember. He can win and pass on the outside. He's got that kind of boat speed and that kind of moxie to get it done. So it looks like Mr. Tate's got the boat to beat. More to come.
And Kurt,
when you have a Miss Madison Racing Team, you have that kind of moxie because you know your boat can do it.
Exactly right. AJ, you were saying?
And that's not the first time this season that he's won a race from not in lane 1. He's done it a couple times already this season. So that's not a surprise. He's got a lot of boat speed. And when you got a lot of boat speed, you can really take it out of that corner. And you saw him take advantage of that boat speed on both the backstretch and the front stretch out of the corners.
He's such an accomplished driver as well. I mean, the water, when you're swinging out wide, to be able to, dig in that skid pin and make sure that you carve a nice corner. He's a world-class driver in a world-class boat, and he just doesn't make mistakes. He's such a good driver on such a good team.
Water Follies officials, and they will figure that part out. Go ahead, Michael.
Yes, again, setting up Heat 1B.
salary. They get paid more for losing. Guys are tired from like 15 different jobs.
Check. Thank you very much, Danny Van Fleet, back at the 610 KONA studios. Appreciate that as we momentarily lost our connection with the studios, but we are back with you as we get down to 5 minutes and 10 seconds to the rerun of 1A. It will be a 3-boat heat after we lost J. Michael Kelly's U1 Beacon Electric with a dramatic flip in between turns 3 and 4 in our 4-corner super speedway.
Yeah, I'm still kind of recovering from that. That was
we all are.
Really,
the good news was he was evaluated, released from the medical center.
Okay. Anytime there is something like that, there is a collective gasp on both sides of the river when there's a blowover like that.
Down to Brad Luce in the pits. Bradley?
Yeah, guys, I just got back up on top of the tower. 1, 2, 3 boats are supposed to go here in our rerun of Heat 1A, and 1, 2, 3 boats are away from the dock. You got the Flavor Pack 40 right in front of AJ. Here comes Corey Peabody on the outside in the white boat, Beacon Plumbing. Dave Villwalk in the all blue, red, white, and blue Miss Apollo on the inside. AJ, got him right in front of you.
Yeah, if Eccles learned anything from seeing the first race, he was out quick, got that first position. He wants to lead all the way through so he can gain lane 1 and hopefully a win today.
We didn't talk much about Dave Villwalk in Heat 1A before the accident. He's just not been a factor at all with this new boat. So is that a little surprising that Dave wasn't showing up, or just kind of the nature of the sport and, trying to get the boat set up right? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Couple of boats coming down here pretty hard right now as Corey Peabody was thinking he might leapfrog Dustin Eccles. As far as Dave Villwalk, that's a brand new boat. You don't want to do anything stupid with it. You're taking small baby steps with it. I would expect that's what you're going to see him do the rest of the weekend. Now watch Corey and watch Dustin as they come up the backstretch, because these guys are picking them up and laying them down. But look at this. Dustin is not going to let Corey get 5 boat lengths on him and come over. Dustin really wants to fight for this inside lane. Watch it, Mike. I think he's got him if he wants to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's jumped in lane number 1 here at the entrance.
Basically conceded.
Oh, but wait.
Well.
Eccles goes across
the
Dryer on Fire infield.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's going to be tight. He's going to go right through the wake.
So what are the rules on that if somebody's trying to cut across the DMZ and cuts off a boat that's already on the course?
It's a very, very clear rule. And it was the right thing that Dustin did. He decided he would try and jump across and get in front of Corey, but the rule reads very clearly that the boat it is on the race course has the right of way. So Corey had all the right of way there, not Dustin coming from the infield.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a frightening moment right there.
Yeah.
That's why we call it the Dryer on Fire infield.
So is there going to be a penalty for that?
No.
Okay.
He backed out of the throttle.
It's just good driver etiquette, thank goodness.
Watch Dave here. Super Dave's going to run over to the other side, and Dustin goes, oh, did somebody forget to tell me about him? Because he just sat inside of Dustin if he wants it. This will tell you what Dave thinks of his boat. Well, there you go.
David.
What do you mean?
Oh, look at now. Look at this.
By that, Brad?
Well,
look at him go to Pat. They're going to
Eccles on the outside.
Yeah, he just jumped all the way across.
Eccles has jumped back in front.
And now he's got to go real slow, but again, this is legal.
1:35. 20 seconds to score up.
So they all back off the throttle. You've got Eccles in 1,
10
Peabody
seconds
in 2, and Billwalk way outside in lane number 5. Uh-oh. Eccles kind of lost power.
There's 1:15. There it is. Score up.
And now there's enough room for
down.
Peabody to take.
Eccles is down.
He lost power.
Now he's up.
So Peabody's going to take 1. Billwalk may slide over in 2, and Eccles would be outside in 3. Under a minute.
Yeah. And I made the comment that we'd find out what Dave really thinks of his boat if he'd have hugged close into the inside lane. We'll see what he does now. Does he leave a door open for Dustin Eccles to go between boats, or does he say, I'm going to plant this thing in lane 2? AJ, watch it.
Yeah, I'm going to watch for Eccles to keep it on the gas and see if he can just really hit some speed. But it looks like he's going to catch him before that as he comes up
30
the
seconds. And Billwalk is given plenty of room in between the two boats, it appears from here.
Hit it, Eccles.
20 seconds.
Yeah, he should hit it. Should just keep going.
Eccles is in 2.
If he punches it right now, it'll be a clean start. Go.
10 seconds as they hit the apex top end turn. Peabody in 1, Eccles in 2, Billwalk in 3. Billwalk's got the boat speed on the outside, and he's going to time it nearly perfect. He did. He nailed the start. Billwalk down the front stretch, but he's got 2 boats on the inside. Eccles in 2, Peabody in 1 as they come down to DQ turn 1.
Oh, boy, Dave Billwalk moved over to the left, and Dustin Eccles had to slide to the outside. But he's still got Corey on the inside, AJ.
Billwalk in 1, Peabody in 2, but he's got the inside lane. Let's see if that's going to matter. Billwalk doesn't quite have enough overlap to take the lane 1. Let's see if Peabody can catch him from the inside. Eccles is trying to catch him from lane 3 on the outside.
Billwalk with a rooster tail lead heading up to turn number 3 for all doors, and he has moved over to the inside. Peabody's going to have to go through the wake and jump to the outside. There's not a lot of room there, but Peabody stayed to the inside. Billwalk's got the lead. Eccles now challenging Peabody, coming down the front stretch for second place. But Billwalk's going to run into turn number 1 with a 2 rooster tail lead.
Yeah, he's got a 2 rooster tail lead. There's a good race going on for second. AJ, take our leader, Dave Billwalk, through turn 1 and 2.
Who said Dave wasn't a threat today? Look at him go, stretching out to a 3. Oh, Peabody lost his edge. Went way outside. Eccles almost hits the outer buoy. Manages to stay on the course. Oh, man, it looks like Eccles is going to have some good speed coming off that corner.
The race is for second place as Dave Billwalk has taken the other drivers to school. Super Dave Billwalk once again showing how it's done.
White flag is out. 1 to go for Billwalk in Miss Apollo, the local boat.
Great race for second.
Peabody leading, coming down the front stretch in second place over Eccles. Eccles is flying that flavor pack, trying to catch him as they head into DQ turn 1 and Tire Factory turn 2.
Take it, AJ.
Dave Billwalk, first place. He's got a long way to go. He's got to win. All he's got to do is keep the boat on the water. The race, Eccles just came all the way out of the water, managed to hold it. Came back down, Peabody on the inside. This is going to be a race for second or third down the backstretch.
Dave Billwalk into all doors 3. Buffalo Brothers 4, way outside at the exit pin, onto the front stretch with a checkered flag out. Dave Billwalk wins Heat 1A rerun. Peabody at the exit pin. Oh, he came over onto the right spots in a bit. He's going to hold off Eccles. Peabody for second, Eccles in third. That was a wonderful rerun.
Great race. Great race. Super Dave Billwalk does it again. I'll be gall dang.
610 KONA, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco. We may not have enough time for Brad to get reaction from our winner, as we will be heading back into regular programming already late beyond our designated window here. What a run.
That was a great
Brad
boat race.
Luce.
Great boat race.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I think it was at the end of lap number 2 when the, I'm going to try and do 2 things at once here. No, maybe I'm going to. If I can start this thing or turn the key. Mike, would you turn the key here? Okay.
I tell you, just
It's not working. Guys, down there at the lower end of the race course, on lap number 2, as they came out down there, I heard AJ say, AJ made the comment that Dustin Eccles almost went outside the outside course markers or the insurance buoys. It wasn't by design. He got forced out there because Corey Peabody just about blew over the 9. The boat got way out of attitude, and once it happened, the boat just was going straight. He was about at the apex of the corner, and suddenly the boat was going straight, and of course you got Dustin coming up on the outside with an arc. He has to realize that rooster tail's going to come down in front of him, and something's wrong with Corey. And he somehow straightened his boat out and stayed inside the outside course markers. But that was a close call and almost disaster on the heels of what's already happened with the U1. That was almost big trouble for Strong Racing and Corey Peabody.
So that's
let's
great
talk
driving,
about the positive here, guys. Let's talk about the positive here. We got a brand new sponsor here. And lo and behold, in the first heat of the weekend, we got a victory for the Miss Apollo. That's got to be huge for these guys. Thank you, Mike Denslow. So let me go down here, find where Dave is. I don't think I overshot it this time. Yeah, I got the Apollo right here. Dave is standing on the boat. We haven't yet... are you coming down to get him? So Dave is on the boat.
Radiator pit reporter Brad Luce getting ready to talk to Dave Villwock, winner of Heat 1A in the rerun after the flip for J. Michael Kelly in the original race. And the good news was he was released from the on-site care center after evaluation.
And that's such good news, especially to all the friends and family, everybody that comes down and watches, because we're all just holding our breaths until we find out that information. So that is really great news that we can all just kind of take a deep breath and be glad that J. Michael Kelly is going to be okay.
Agreed. He just nailed the start. Absolutely nailed the start, like the pro that he is. You know, it's just like, how does a guy like Dave Villwock fly under the radar? But he has. You know, I'm just here to have some fun and pilot this new boat, and I'll just pick up a victory in the heat. What the heck? I'm Dave Villwock.
No.
You know, it's interesting. We haven't seen a lot of drivers hit the starts all weekend. They've been late. Almost every